In today's hyperconnected world, every line of code and every network request carries the weight of responsibility. Cyberattacks aren't just targeting large corporations anymore, they're everywhere. If you're a developer, architect, or tech leader, knowing how these attacks work is essential. Let's explore the most critical types of cyberattacks and how you can guard against them. Phishing is one of the oldest and most common forms of cyberattack. It relies on tricking people, not machines. An attacker sends an email or message that looks legitimate, often from a bank, social platform, or colleague. The goal: to get you to click a link, enter your credentials, or download a malicious file. The best defense is awareness, email filtering, and verifying before trusting. A man-in-the-middle attack is like having someone secretly eavesdrop on your private conversation. It occurs when an attacker positions themselves between two communicating parties, like you and your bank, and silently intercepts or alters the data. These attacks are common over public Wi-Fi. The solution: encrypt everything and use secure connections. Cross-site scripting, or XSS, involves injecting malicious scripts into web pages that are viewed by other users. For example, a comment section without input validation might allow a hacker to run a script in someone else's browser. This can lead to stolen cookies, hijacked sessions, or worse. Developers must sanitize all user input and implement strict content security policies. SQL injection targets databases through insecure input fields. If a web form passes user data directly into a SQL query without proper filtering, attackers can manipulate that query, sometimes even dump entire tables. It's one of the most dangerous web vulnerabilities. Use prepared statements or parameterized queries to prevent it. DDoS, or distributed denial of service, is a brute force attack on availability. Instead of sneaking into a system, the attacker overwhelms it, flooding servers with so much traffic that real users can't get through. Botnets with thousands of infected machines can launch these attacks. Use rate limiting, CDNs, and auto-scaling to fight back. Password attacks aim to guess, steal, or reuse credentials, brute force. Dictionary attacks and credential stuffing are all variations of this method. Once attackers gain access, they often escalate privileges, enforce strong password policies, enable two-factor authentication, and never store plain-text passwords. AI-powered attacks are the future and the present. Cybercriminals now use artificial intelligence to automate phishing, create deepfake videos, and generate malware that learns to bypass detection. Just as we use AI to build smarter systems, attackers use it to build smarter threats. Defending against this requires constant adaptation. Ransomware is a nightmare scenario. It encrypts your files and demands payment, often in cryptocurrency, for the decryption key. Businesses, hospitals, and even governments have been paralyzed by such attacks. The key to survival is regular offline backups, strong endpoint protection, and a solid disaster recovery plan. Eavesdropping attacks, sometimes called sniffing, involves secretly listening to unencrypted network traffic. This often happens on public Wi-Fi, where attackers use packet sniffers to capture data being transmitted. It's quiet, invisible, and potentially devastating. Always use secure protocols like HTTPS and avoid sensitive tasks on unsecured networks. Zero-day exploits take advantage of unknown vulnerabilities, bugs that the software vendor hasn't discovered yet. When attackers use these flaws before a fix is released, the results can be catastrophic. Keeping systems up to date and using intrusion detection systems are your best defense against the unknown. Supply chain attacks target your dependencies. Instead of attacking you directly, hackers compromise a third-party service, library or vendor you rely on. When you install an update or integrate a package, you unknowingly open the door. Review your dependencies carefully and monitor for signs of tampering in your build pipeline. Drive-by downloads happen without your consent or interaction. Just by visiting a compromised website, malicious code can be installed on your machine. These attacks exploit browser vulnerabilities or outdated plugins. Keep your systems patched and use modern browsers with security sandboxing. Insider threats come from people within your organization, employees, contractors, or partners who misuse their access. Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's negligence. Either way, the damage can be severe. Use role-based access control. Monitor behavior anomalies and audit sensitive actions. DNS spoofing, also known as DNS poisoning, redirects users from legitimate websites to fake ones by corrupting DNS records. You think you're visiting your bank, but you're not. This can lead to credential theft or malware installation. Use DNSSEC and secure recursive resolvers to prevent such redirections. Social engineering targets the human element. Attackers manipulate people to give up information, often by impersonating authority figures or creating urgency. It's not about code, it's about psychology. Training employees to recognize manipulation is the most effective countermeasure. Cybersecurity isn't just about patching vulnerabilities, it's about understanding the mindset of attackers. These 15 types of cyberattacks represent the most common weapons in the hacker's arsenal. As developers, we must build systems that anticipate, defend and recover, stay sharp, write secure code, and never stop learning.